I now invite the House to rise and observe a minute's silence in memory of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
He gave us, and he gives us all, a model of selflessness and of putting others before ourselves. And though I suspect, Mr. Speaker, that he might be embarrassed or even faintly exasperated to receive these tributes, he made this country a better place. And for that, he will be remembered with gratitude and with fondness for generations to come.
The Duke was a funny, engaging, warm and loving man. He loved to paint. His work has been described characteristically as totally direct, no hanging about, strong colours, vigorous brushstrokes. Her Majesty once said, "Grief is the price we pay for love." The Duke loved this country, and Britain loved him in return. That is why we grieve today. But we must also celebrate him. A life lived in strong and vigorous brushstrokes, like his painting. And we offer up this tribute to the Duke of Edinburgh for a lifetime of public service, the Gold Award. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
There was one memorable piece of advice he gave on the length of speeches, which I dare say some members might even think applies to myself. When it came to the length of a speech, he advised, "What the backside cannot endure, the brain cannot absorb." With that timeless piece of advice from the Duke of Edinburgh, I shall bring my remarks to a close.
I remember my last stay at Balmoral. My husband and I, as everybody knows, enjoy walking, and we were able to do some walks there. And Prince Philip very kindly suggested a particular walk to us. So we were very grateful for this suggestion, and we set off. When we got back to the castle several hours later, we were told that Prince Philip did indeed enjoy this walk, but he normally drove round it in a car. But perhaps the most important aspect of his life was his absolute commitment to supporting Her Majesty the Queen. I know it is in no way comparable, but I know how important it is to have a husband, a partner who is a source of strength and a rock in time of trouble.
We should not forget the wide-ranging achievements of Prince Philip. The ambassador, the serviceman, the scientist, artist, naturalist, committee chairman, traveller, loyal supporter of the United Kingdom, the overseas territories and the Commonwealth. But we should always remember him as a family man, a devoted husband, a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather. He was without doubt the father of the nation. He will surely be missed and impossible to replace.
As has been much noted in recent days, he became the longest-serving consort in British history. That role in a constitutional monarchy cannot be an easy one, particularly perhaps for someone who is spirited and energetic by temperament. And of course, he faced the additional challenge of being the husband of a powerful woman at a time when that was even more of an exception than it is today. That reversal of the more traditional dynamic was highly unusual in the 1940s, 50s and 60s, and even now isn't as common as it might be.